Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, and maybe also good evening, and welcome back to the breakfast show. It's Friday, December 5th. We have a lot to talk about. We have some Sofi dilution story to talk about. We have Rubrik's earnings report, amazing report, double beat, and a guidance was raised. Am I surprised? No, not really. I'm very, very happy to see that the stock is up around 18% before the market opens. Will it stay up 18% when the market opens? Remains to be seen. We also have PCE report, but I do think that that's only at 10 a.m. Eastern, so we do have some time with regards to that. And of course, another big story that broke out, Netflix is going to buy Warner Bros. Discovery for around $83 billion. That acquisition will not close should close in the next 12 to 18 months, pending, of course, regulatory approval. So we have a lot to go over in the next hour and a half. So good morning to everyone. Hopefully you're all doing very well. Right now, if we go and look at what's happening pre-market, this is basically it. I think it's okay for now. I think it's okay. Again, some key inflation data will come out later today. Nasdaq is up 0.2, S&P 0.1, and the Dow is basically flat at the moment. If we do currently have a quick look at the probabilities of a rate cut, which will happen next week, by the way, still sits very comfortably here at 87.2%. So I do think that we're going to get it, but then the more important part here is going to be on the comments that we get from Fed Chair Jerome Powell. I do maybe want to start real quick with this. I don't know how many of you are Netflix shareholders. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you are Netflix subscribers. But yeah, Netflix is going to acquire Warner Bros. Following the separation of Discovery Global for a total enterprise value of $82.7 billion. So first up, we are going to get a separate company for global network divisions, Discovery Global, and some other little things here. So what Netflix really wants is, of course, this. Film and television studios, HBO Max, and HBO. That's what Netflix wants. Netflix wants Game of Thrones, Sopranos, Big Bang Theory, Harry Potter, Friends, DC, and all of that. Now, to me, as I said in the past video, to me, it's not a no-brainer because it is a lot of money. There is debt involved in all of it. But Netflix is in a position where I do think that they can and they should be doing this. If they have the opportunity to buy this type of IP, they should be doing it. Now we have Disney that have been doing the same thing over the last 25 years, right? They bought Pixar, they bought Marvel, and of course Fox. Now, Pixar, Marvel, great acquisitions. I don't think they overpaid, that they made their money back and then some. Fox is the big issue. I do think that with the Fox acquisition, 21st Century and all of that, is they overpaid by a lot. Um, but here with Netflix, I mean, the IP that they're getting with this is, I won't say priceless, but the things that you get, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Sopranos, DC, and all of it, I think it's worth it. It's a huge acquisition for sure, huge acquisition. Which again, we don't know if it's going to be allowed by regulators. I guess we will know in a year or in a year and a half or so. The company did say that they expect to realize at least $2 to $3 billion of cost savings per year by the third year, and expect the transaction to be accretive to GAAP earnings per share by year two. So that's already a good thing. Then, yeah, that transaction is expected to close in 12 to 18 months. I do think that this will make Netflix, of course, they are the number one streaming company in the world. This will, yeah, definitely challenge Disney as the really top dog out there. You are probably going to get a lot more options when it comes to your subscriptions. You can have just Netflix, you can have Netflix and HBO, different pricing. Of course, I'm sure that at first, if you buy both of them in one subscription, it will be cheaper than if you bought them separately today. And then eventually, as they grow and release more TV shows, more movies, etc., yes, the pricing is probably going to go up, just like the pricing has gone up with Netflix for the last 10 years or so. But the pricing goes up as the library expands. So at least you're getting a little bit more value for your money. What does the stock do? You might ask. Well, or maybe you don't ask, I don't know. But the stock is now down 4%. Netflix is down 4%, so under $100 per share here at the moment. Then, big story numero dos is, of course, Sofi. I do have a specific video coming out after the live stream. For those that don't join the live stream, shame on you, but it's fine. Okay. Um, so Sofi is down 7.2% right now. So what has happened? Well, what has happened is this. So yesterday we've had this press release. Sofi announces public offering of common stock, $1.5 billion worth, an additional 15% of shares of common stock offered in the offering. It's probably going to happen. Let's be honest. They are giving the underwriter 30-day option. I do think it's going to happen. Of course, as always, the explanation here is general corporate purposes, including but not limited to enhancing capital position, increasing optionality, and enabling further efficiency of capital management and funding incremental growth and business opportunities. We then had the exact number that came out. So 54,545,454 shares of common stock at a price of $27.50, which is exactly the price we're at right now, give or take 5 to 10 cents or so. And then the extra 30-day option is for an additional just over 8.1 million shares. Now, remember, this is not the first time that this has happened to us this year, because July 29th, we've had the exact same thing at $20.85. Back then, everybody was also freaking out about this because, the day before or the morning before, I can't remember exactly. Can I turn up my volume? My volume is the same as before. Maybe I'll put the mic a little bit closer. So this has happened before. People are freaking out. Again, I agree. dilution is not great, it sucks, etc., etc. But if it is dilution in order for EPS to be higher than before, to grow faster than before, if it is to accelerate revenue growth, why not? Right? Why not? EPS for this year is expected to be higher than before. That's just a fact. Also, people are saying, oh, they're screwing retail over. No, the only person that really gets screwed here, funny, ironically enough, is Anthony Noto. Because Anthony Noto could very well look at the stock, right? Could look at the stock and is like, okay, we are at $30, could be higher. If it reaches 35 and then it reaches 45, I'm going to be making a hell of a lot more money, right? A hell of a lot more money. But he says, no, I see an opportunity here. Clearly, he sees an opportunity here to accelerate the business, top and bottom line. He sees an opportunity to grow this business for decades to come to become a huge company worth more than $100 billion in market cap. That's the vision here. The company is worth $35 billion today. And so to say that, oh, he's screwing us over, no, he's screwing himself over first by making sure that the stock does not go above the necessary prices that it needs to go and stay there for a while in order for him to get a really, really, really big payday. Okay, just so we're clear. Then the other explanation or the other, let's say, argument here is that today, after the market closes, it is possible that Sofi, there is going to be an announcement that Sofi or maybe some other company is going to be included into the S&P 500. And of course, we know when those things get announced, stocks usually go up. If, but also the other side, right? We've seen that with Robinhood. For almost a year or so, people thought that Robinhood, okay, this week is the week that Robinhood gets included. And every time it did not get included, the stock went down. So today, the company, Sofi, or yesterday, they don't know whether or not they are going to be included in the S&P 500. So either they go into, let's say, Friday, and they say, let's see what happens. We don't do anything. We're not announcing a public offering of common stock, nothing like that. If they do get included into the S&P 500, stock goes up, you can then, let's say, do this at a higher price, dilute shareholders much less. Okay, fair enough. On the flip side, let's say you wait. It's Friday, Sofi is not included in the S&P 500, stock goes down. Maybe the stock goes down to $27 or so, and then you announce this, then you're going to dilute shareholders more than before because your stock is already down. Going back to option number one, or maybe what we're seeing right now, is we were closer to $30. Stock is down 7.4%. The pricing here is $27.50. Okay, let's say we do get included into the S&P later today. I assume that the stock goes back to $30 and everybody's happy. Nobody's really thinking about what has happened here. Correct? Just my opinion, I think. It's just my opinion. If we do not get included later today, stock goes down more, but at least we got this offering at a higher price. So I don't see, just like 6 months or so ago, I didn't really see the reason for people to freak out, because if we go and look at Anthony Noto's track record, time and time again, delivers, beat, raise. For the last couple of years, we went from no interest rate to super high interest rates. We went from the company only having a lending business, which was almost completely destroyed, which should have bankrupted the company, but that didn't happen. No, the company came out of that situation as a much stronger company and is becoming more profitable as well. Plus, we have the loan platform business that's growing extremely rapidly. Financial services is, of course, then also growing quickly. What do we have now? Level one options, crypto is coming back, stable coins, and next year, assuming everything goes the right way, next year, the tech platform should start to contribute a little bit more to the overall business. And so, is it now time again to doubt Anthony Noto and the team because, oh, they diluted? But yesterday or 2 days ago, they were at the UBS conference and they said that they're not going to dilute um, shareholders. Well, first of all, I don't think they said exactly that they're not going to dilute shareholders. They probably said currently we're happy with our balance sheet, with the capital allocation and all of that. I also don't think that they're allowed to say something before they announced this. It's the same thing that happened in July. I don't think you can say anything publicly if you intend to raise money before, because then you can manipulate the stock price. And so this is basically what the CFO talked about during that UBS um, conference. Okay, first of all, we got a little bit more color on 2026. They are expecting to come a bit closer to the lower end of the guidance, the 55 cents. The midpoint is 67.68, because they are expected to invest a lot in 2026 to accelerate growth. If they're not going to invest a lot, then probably we're going to go higher and reach higher than 55 cents. I do still think that 55 here, it's set up for future beat and raises. Then as for capital allocation, who are they going to acquire or what are they going to acquire? That's another question. I don't know. Is it a crypto company? Is it a stablecoin company? Is it purely to expand the loan platform business, to really make sure that the balance sheet, the loan book is very, very healthy? It's possible. It's possible. But I guess all roads leads to maybe an acquisition. Who or what? I don't know. Um, if it is going to be a prediction market player, that's going to be one heck of a joke. But we'll see. I don't know. What I do know is that management has a very, very good track record, and I don't think I'm going to doubt them right now. I don't think so. If this was a management that sucked, really couldn't beat once, they always had to lower guidance, they are not growing fast, etc., I would, first of all, I wouldn't be as a shareholder today. And second of all, I wouldn't have trusted these types of moves. But this is not the way SoFi does business. SoFi does business the right way. They take the opportunities, they grow quickly, they invest, and yes, they dilute. That is, I would say, that is the biggest problem that we have with SoFi, is that they do dilute more than other companies. Okay, that is true. But what is also true is that they execute quite well. They execute quite well. Honestly, if we do go lower, if we do go, let's say, to $26 or so, I don't see why I shouldn't be buying more shares. Just again, maybe not an overreaction by the market, but it does give us opportunities to acquire more shares, I would say. It does give us opportunities to acquire more shares. Not everybody is happy with this situation, especially those that do have short-term call options. I'm sure that you are uh, not happy today, but again, short-term call options is always a gamble, especially if you wanted to gamble on the S&P inclusion or not. It's literally a flip of the coin. We don't know. We don't know. But long-term shareholders with purely shares or maybe leaps for 27, 28, I don't know. I don't think you care that much. I don't think you care that much because, again, they are doing this from a position of strength. They are doing this because they see opportunities to grow top and bottom lines. That's it. Let's see if we have here some comments. Um, From a technical viewpoint, Sofi doesn't look great. What technical viewpoint? I don't know. On the daily, doesn't look bad to me, I would say. If we do go a little bit lower, this is here. The 100-day moving average sits at $26.20. And if we do recover, then the 50 sits at 28. So I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's that bad. If we were in no man's land, which it would be lower than $20, then I would agree with you. But in this case, on the daily, I don't think we are in such a bad place right now. When will the inclusion is usually after the market closes. Usually after the market closes. For those joining us right now, and for those leaving me as well, we did talk about Netflix at the start of the stream. Netflix currently is down 3.8%, just under $100. Just under $100. The big mover, of course, is Rubrik, now at $83.70, up 18.7%. Wonderful quarter by Rubrik. It beat across the board. So let me pull up here some things. It beat here across the board, beat revenue by quite a lot, beat EBIT, beat EPS. Full year 26 guide is also a beat on revenue, EPS, subscription ARR, free cash flow, non-GAAP subscription ARR contribution margin sits at 9%. So excellent quarter by Rubrik. Remember, Rubrik is a company that cybersecurity has not really participated in the huge run-up like the other companies out there. It actually got crushed 3 months ago when it reported their quarterly figures. It was closer to $100, went under 70, but right now up 18.6%. Subscription ARR up 34% year over year. Net new subscription ARR of $94 million. Subscription revenue is up 52% year over year. They have still subscription net revenue retention of 120% above. That has been like this for quite a while. They launched, of course, Rubrik Agent Cloud last quarter. The launch of Rubrik Identity Resilience, a higher tier offering, and new integrations with Okta Identity and CrowdStrike further enhance its comprehensive identity strategy. Again, with Rubrik, and of course, a full year guidance was raised. With Rubrik, it's not a company that tries to prevent attacks, just like a lot of other cybersecurity names out there. They're not in the preventing attack business. Rubrik's business is, we know attacks and breaches are going to happen, and so our business is made for what happens when those things happen, which they happen almost 9 times out of 10. Okay, attacks are going to happen, breaches are going to happen. So their business is made so that when that happens, they are here to help those companies. They're here to help those companies just after the attack, and of course, to recover the damage that has been done. So they're not dealing with every single time, oh, we're trying to prevent attacks. No, their mindset is we assume an attack is going to happen, and we also assume that a breach is going to happen. And that's when they come in. Great business. I'm pretty sure we already have some analyst upgrades, so let me pull that up for you. Let's see if I can pull it up. I've seen one already. Let's see if I can find more. Rubrik. Okay. So we have here Rubrik. KeyBank reiterates overweight, trims the price target to $113, probably because their previous price target was a bit higher than that. So still, 60% upside. It's less because of the pre-market action. Let's see if we got some multiples. We don't. So yeah, it's basically on the strong execution, growing security mix, and broad-based momentum support a bullish stance. Fiscal year 27 28 ARR estimates are raised by 3 to 4%. We remain positive on the expanding market opportunity for cyber resilience, a still meaningful legacy replacement opportunity. Okay, so price target is still much higher, but a bit lower than before. Not such a big deal, I would say. Was that the only one I found here? Interesting. At least 3, some to 130. Okay. You owe me a beer. How can you thank me? Just keep watching. Hit the thumbs up button. Good enough. Good enough. Let's see. I've also seen a couple of extra ones, but for some reason, here it is. So small. So price target raise at Bird to 130, Rosenblatt to $120 for Rubrik. Do we actually have some like reasoning behind it, or just okay, great quarter, great momentum, good growth, ARR, and all of that? I do think that's the reason here. So yeah, we have 113, 130, 120. And I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah, still up a decent amount. Of course, that's pre-market. We don't really know what happens when the market opens, but to me, it looks good. Looks very, very good. Very happy that we did talk a lot more about it in recent weeks. Good opportunity to buy under 70, at 70. And now we'll see if we can hold above $80 for Rubrik. Well, I'm in a business. Well, if I'm a business, would rather prevent the attack. Yes, of course, everybody's trying to prevent an attack, but 95% of the times, the prevention doesn't work. Someone says here something about PayPal. What are we getting for PayPal? Another cut here? PayPal Deutsche Bank. Where is that comment? Let's see. Here. PayPal Deutsche Bank cuts price target to $65 from $75. Great. Let's see if I can find the reason. The reason is probably stock is lower. Our price target was higher than before, but we still remain positive on the changes that's been happening inside the business, because that was the reason from yesterday. JP Morgan, I think. I'm not sure. Now, JP Morgan trimmed their estimates through 27. They lowered their price target to $70. But yesterday we did cover someone else. Maybe it was Deutsche Bank, but I'm not sure. Or maybe it was JP Morgan. Let's see. You know my thoughts on PayPal. I don't have to talk about it every single day, although lately I don't mind until Alex Chris actually responds. So yesterday we have JP Morgan that downgraded to neutral and cut their price target to $70. Again, the whole commentary here was positive. The only reason I can think of is just our price target was too high and we don't want to look like a bunch of idiots. So we are lowering that price target. You said you're not married to a stock. I'm not married to PayPal, but why would I divorce PayPal if the business continues to do well? Stock doesn't do well, but the business does well. So why would I sell? Once the business proves that it is not performing, then yes, I will cut it, even if it's a loss, of course. But if the business does well, I would be an idiot if I would sell it. For a second there, we had 666 viewers. That was not good. That was not great. I did not expect non-GAAP profitable. Now for this quarter, I did not expect it either. But hey, good surprise, I would say. It was a good surprise. Let's see if they can keep it up. I don't think we have to like now say, oh, it's going to be non-GAAP profitable from here on out every single quarter. We'll see. But it was a good surprise. How many monitors do I have in the new setup? I have 3. 6. I don't have to have 6. You need one heck of a space to have 6 here. PayPal is undervalued, but it's simply a bad product that I would never buy. Again, I don't like why is it a bad product? And which product are we talking about? Are we purely talking about the checkout button? Are we talking about Venmo? Are we talking about buy now, pay later, Braintree? What product is bad? Yeah. Claudia, why are you disappointed in Sofi? Purely because the stock is down 7%, or you don't like the reason they are raising money right now? Will I be buying more of Rubrik at the moment? I mean, I'm not going to jump on this at the moment. I think I've added in the last couple of weeks enough for now. Astera Labs is, I mean, we've talked a little bit about it with Jose, I think, but I didn't really do such deep dives on it. You compare versus Stripe integration, okay, but it's very different. So Stripe, you compare it to PSP, so the Braintree side of things, like Adyen, for example, but they don't have all the rest. Right? They don't have all the rest. They don't have a checkout button that says Stripe. Right? Stripe is basically the payment processor, just like a Braintree. But I do think that right now Braintree has a better offering than before. Right? This whole branded experience or this whole new offering, the value-added services from Braintree is much better today than before. Plus, again, you have Venmo, pay with Venmo, PayPal checkout button, buy now, pay later, and all of it. It is a much better today than before. And yes, what the previous management did with this company is unacceptable. Because all the struggles that Alex Chris is experiencing right now, right, with the new integration, right, because they do need to convert all the customers that have been using legacy PayPal systems to the new one, and that's the thing that is taking too long. It's not Alex Chris's problem; it's the problem of previous management that did nothing for 15 years. But yeah, I guess that was a miscalculation by Alex Chris, thinking that it would go much faster than previously expected. But at the same time, buy now, pay later is something that they didn't talk about before. That's doing very well. Venmo has not been monetized before. That's doing very well. So again, in my eyes, they are still way more positive than negatives. The problem is, again, I come back to the same point. The problem is the messaging. It is very simple. And by the way, apparently, Salesforce CEO might rename the company Agentforce. So yeah, we go from exactly, we go from Salesforce to Agentforce. Salesforce, of course, went up nicely, especially after the earnings report. Not that surprised either. Also very cheap, very profitable company. and it's now getting a little bit more buying action and maybe a little bit more momentum. But do they need to change from Salesforce to Agentforce? I don't think so. I don't think so. And no, Alex, Chris, or actually nobody has responded to any of my comments or messages. Let me first touch on this one. Like the time he said they will shock the world, but in fact they did not shock the world. Yeah, but I think that was just a stupid thing to say too early on Jim Cramer's show. They did shock the world, just not in a good, just not in a good way, just not in a good way. But again, saying shocking the world, I couldn't really care less. Miscalculating the adoption rate of your new, much better system is a bigger deal. Because again, the new system, the new offering that PayPal has is, in fact, much better than before. Conversion rates are higher. So the problem here is, again, I think just the people that have been using legacy PayPal systems, those are just too old and it takes too much time. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. The positive thing here is that they've been working first with their biggest customers, and now they're going down the funnel, the lower one. So what's my take on Netflix? Why the stock has been sliding so much? Because they are going to acquire Warner Bros. For $82.7 billion. And so, yeah, stock usually, when the company that does the acquisition, the company that does the acquisition usually goes down. The company that gets acquired usually goes up, right? If you look at this right here, of course, it has been going up quite a lot throughout the year, probably because of the rumors that have been circulating for quite a while. But my view on Netflix is the same as last week before I knew about this. It's a great company, and I think it will be much bigger in the future. And whoever owns it wants to take opportunity from a lower price, stock price. I think might be a good time. Might be a very good time. But again, we'll have to wait 12 to 18 months to see if this acquisition goes through. Is there analysis about, I mean, you always pay a premium. You're buying, I mean, you're getting the Warner Bros. Discovery debt as well, some of it, because again, they're not buying the whole company. Are they paying too much? You're always, every time you make an acquisition, especially these types of acquisitions, you're always going to pay a premium. Whether or not that premium is too high, everybody is going to have an opinion on that. I think when you're getting this quality of IP, pay the price, I guess. Leeds, yeah, I do want to touch on that. Whoever is a fan of Leeds here, whoever's a fan of Liverpool and Manchester United as well, congratulations. What can I say? You played much better than us. You wanted to win more than us, and we gifted you two silly goals, especially the third one. I don't know what the heck that was, but yeah, I've got nothing to say. We did not deserve to win, and so we move on. We move on to the next one. Yeah, the poll. Let's start a poll real quick. PayPal needs to show decent overall growth. Well, we know that Q4 branded checkout growth is not going to be great. They already told us that, which again is why the stock is also down. The rest of the business, I do expect to grow. But yeah, it's very simple. You want to change sentiment, you announce an accelerated buyback, and you do some insider buying as well. Easy fix. Easy fix. But for some reason, they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. Stocks will close the day green, red, or flat. I won't do a specific Rubrik video today. I'll just touch on it um, in the Sunday portfolio video. I will. There is a Sofi recap video coming out after the stream because again I know everybody's stressing out about this and not everyone can join the stream or joins the stream then goes to another streamer. I see you guys. I see you guys. But anyways, I do enjoy whoever is staying here. Yeah, Manchester United yesterday. Come on, I mean for once in my FPL I put Lamens as goalkeeper and I still have Mbuemo and they do nothing against West Ham at home. Ugh, losers. Really lose. And Liverpool, don't get me started about Liverpool. I played my free hit this week, put Salah captain because I thought, okay, in the last week he didn't play. So I guess this week he's going to start at home against Sunderland. Maybe something will change. No, not only does he not start the game, he barely plays in the second half and does nothing. Does nothing. That's my captainship to the garbage. Should have just captained Haaland like everybody else. But no. Had to maybe give Liverpool and Salah the benefit of the doubt. Ugh. Terrible. Chelsea will not be top 4 this season. Oh, let's calm down. Still a long way to go. I think top 4 is definitely feasible. I don't think Sunderland and the others are going to survive like this for much longer. But you never know. You never know. We do have here some more Rubrik price targets for those that are interested. And yeah, today we have a World Cup draw, indeed, but we still don't know who plays where and when. But we are going to get the groups. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting. Belgium, Japan, Norway, and Italy. Would you be happy with this draw? Italy, yeah, but Italy is not qualified yet. Sorry to any Italians watching here, but I've never seen. No, I've seen a worse Italian team, but I don't know. This selection is not it. Is not it. Gattuso, I don't think he's a quality coach, but then again, I guess he's the only one that wanted to take the job. The team, you really don't have superstars. It's like 11 individuals that have nothing in common with one another. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even qualify for the World Cup. I'll be very honest. And I am someone who made money with Italy when Conte was champion with them against all odds. But yeah, Donnarumma goalkeeper. But okay, fine, and maybe Bastoni as center back, I would say. But all the rest, like who pops out? Who pops out? There's no Tonali. Maybe I like him, but there's no Pirlo. There's no Del Piero. There's no Totti. It's like missing. Something's missing there. I think Italy invested so much in tennis that they forgot about football. But yeah. Anyways, this is Rubrik. We have only 2 price targets that are lower from BMO Capital and KeyBank, the one that we touched on before, and then all the rest is higher or maintained, which again is higher than where we're at right now. Other than that, like I said, Martinez destroyed Belgium. I mean, he destroyed. I don't know. Like we still reached we were still third in the World Cup 2018. Should have beaten France, but then again, played against a team that didn't want to play football. So that's that. But okay, it's on us to score goals, I guess. I really wanted Van Gaal to come and manage Belgium, but again, nobody listens to my opinion. So there is that. I think Portugal have a very, very big chance of winning the World Cup next year. But yeah, the problem is probably Martinez. I don't think he has the winning mentality to win the World Cup. But Portugal has an insane team, incredible team. Forget about, okay, maybe not forget about Ronaldo, um, but I think Ronaldo is now also in a place where he knows, let's put the team first. If I win this World Cup with the team, great. I don't have to score all the goals or play every minute. But yeah, Portugal has a insane team. I mean, João Neves, Vitinha, wow, great players. Of course, myself, Bruno Fernandes, um, Pedro Neto, very good team, very very good team. And then we have this weekend. Anyone talk about CoreWeave thoughts and prayers? Why? Is CoreWeave down? No, it's up. CoreWeave is up, and I do think we even got some positive comments on CoreWeave. And yeah, then we have this weekend, Formula One weekend. This is going to be very interesting, very very interesting. So CoreWeave, we did have a price target initiation. Freedom Capital, never heard of them. Buy and price target $100. What's the reason? Nothing really. Just more things than what we knew about. So AI bubble fears, okay. Narrative risks, fine. Operational delays, we already know about that. Share fallen 50%. Okay, it's not really a reason to have a like, oh, shares are down a lot. That's why we're making it higher. It doesn't make much sense. But okay, we'll take it. We'll take what we can get. Football is coming home this time. I mean, my money has been on England for two tournaments already. But this time with Thomas Tuchel, I do think that we are yeah, it's coming home. Because yeah, England really has a good team. Maybe goalkeeper is the issue. I don't trust Pickford one bit. That dude, either one match he plays like Peak, Petr Cech, Schmeichel, you name it. Then the other match, the guy has holes in his gloves. And if it's not Pickford, then who is it? Ramsdale? Ugh, not really great. Nick Pope? Okay, fine, but also not great. Like if you had Thibaut Courtois as an English goalkeeper, I think you are easily world champion. Easily. Thank you for a super chat. World Cup prediction. Well, again, I don't know what the draw will be because I think now you can see who's going to play against each other or potentially meet in the final. But if I had to guess, I would say we could, if it's possible, Portugal, England, France, and Spain in the semi-final. I think that's my if that's the semi-finals that we get, I don't know who's going to play against who, but those are going to be crazy games. Portugal, Spain, France, England semi-final. Could there be a potential for maybe Brazil or Argentina? Maybe, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's. We still have some time. And then yeah, this weekend, man, my God, this weekend is going to be stressful. But you know me, bad sports week equals good stocks. So for now, we have good stock week. Chelsea lost against Leeds, not great. My fantasy football team sucks. So I guess as long as the stocks go up, that's fine. But then again, so far, PayPal sucked this week. So we'll see what happens this weekend. But I mean, Max can win the Grand Prix without being world champion. That's the thing. It's I just don't. I see scenarios, but I just don't see it happen. Like Norris, literally, just needs to stay in the top three. It's the only thing he has to do. Doesn't have to risk anything. He just needs to stay top three, and the guy is world champion. That's it. Max needs to win and needs Norris to be fourth or worse. So it's a bit mission impossible, but again, it is Max Verstappen. You never know. You never count him out. Germany, no, I don't think Germany is going to go far. I mean, again, they have some quality players. Julian Nagelsmann is a young, good coach, but I don't see them beating Spain, Portugal, France, or England. To be honest, just don't see it. Probably quarterfinals. It's possible, although I mean, last World Cup they really didn't perform well either. So. Henderson as goalkeeper, yeah, maybe. But yeah, for England, I too many good players, especially midfield / attacking players. When you have Phil Foden, Cole Palmer, Saka, Kane, Eze, I would probably put Eze there as well. Bellingham, although Bellingham could potentially be playing with Declan Rice. I think that's not bad at all, actually. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who gets benched and who plays. And then defense-wise, yeah, maybe left back. Don't know what? Luke Shaw, Chilwell? No, probably not. Right back, you have the option. Whoa, that was a scary one. Right back, probably Reece James, if he's fit, every single day. Maguire, center back for sure. Stones, Mark Gabe, maybe. Yeah, I mean, you have enough. You have enough options. Yeah, they did have Lampard, Scholes, Gerrard, Rooney, John Terry, Ferdinand, Ashley Cole, Joe Cole. They had a great, yeah. That's the problem when you have too many good players that play for rival teams. They join international and then they cannot play well together. Although that's also on the coach. He's in charge of making sure that everything works well together. And yes, I do think that all in all, the current generation, for the 21 players that you can select, or God knows how many, I do think that overall you have a better team today than before, despite all of the legends that they had before. As a collective, today is, in my opinion, more talented than before. The defense isn't the problem. Strikers that don't crack. What do you mean, Harry Kane? Well, if Harry Kane is injured, then there is a problem because I'm not trusting Rashford to perform. And then who else? I don't know. Yeah, defensive-wise, I mean, if you can take Rio, JT, and Ashley Cole in today's team, easily world champion. Easily. All right. Let's talk a little bit about stocks, maybe. In the meantime, we have here 54% of you say that we end the day green, 27 red, and 19 flat. Okay, we still have a couple of minutes left before the market opens. What do I think about SMCI? The same thing I thought a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5, 6, 7 months ago. It's cheap for a reason. I don't trust management. I don't see what's exciting about this business. Dell is probably a better pick if you really want to go into that specific industry. That's it. Lyft. I did cover Lyft at the start of the year at $12 or maybe less. Again, nothing has changed from a bad thing. It has only improved from here, and just the stock has gone up because the market realized that it is better, that it was cheap. They had they're expanding internationally. They have a Waymo partnership as well, a small one, a Mobileye partnership, and um, with another company. I forgot the name. So they're doing well. They're doing well. I own Uber for the obvious reason that Uber is just much bigger, much bigger. The trade desk, I did talk about the trade desk as one of those quality companies. I think it was Trade Desk's, Netflix, and Salesforce in the video that will perform much better in 2026, unless management doesn't deliver, of course. But they say that growth should reaccelerate and recover from here, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Because if it happens, then yes, I do think that around $40 it is cheap. Am I going to buy it personally? No, because I don't need it. But if I had it, then I'd probably be buying here. Yes. Um, and yeah, for those wondering, it's later today for a potential S&P 500 inclusion. Although don't get your hopes up because you'd rather be excited than disappointed or surprised, I would say. Again, Kraken, we talked about it almost a year ago, like really quickly or maybe I just at the start of the year, because of that Andril connection. Although again, I just repeat myself time and time again, there is a connection. I don't think it's as big as many people would or are alluding to. They are doing well, so I will give them that as a business for sure. Grab is also a company that I covered on the channel before anyone else actually talked about that company. You can actually, let me show you. Grab. Grab is, yeah, of course, still at $5 because it's always been at $5 every time we check it. My first video on Grab was November 12th, 2024. So November 12th, 2024 is right around here at $4.20. That's the first time I covered Grab on the channel here. And what did I say back then? Wait, we have to open the market. One moment, please. One moment. Whew, almost missed it. Almost missed it. So, ladies and gentlemen, the markets are open. Ding, 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 ding. Bing, bing, bong, bing, bong. Markets are open. It is Friday, December 5th. We are having I would say, good week so far. We are probably going to get, again, a mixed green-red watch list today. Yesterday was also mixed. Sometimes a little bit more red than green. But today, what do we have? For now, we have Rubrik up 23% before, well, not before. It was up 18%. Now up 23% when the markets are open, ladies and gents. 7% ladies. Not that many ladies watching financial content. Spoiler alert. But yeah, let's wait and see everything update right here. The heat map for now looks decent, I would say. Um, so what was I saying before? Oh yeah, Grab. So my first video on Grab was November 12th, 2024. My second video was February 6th, 2025. And then February 18, February 20, because that was earnings report. And I think early February was when everybody was super, super hyped about this company, because my title is literally, why is everyone talking about Grab? um, so yeah, my thoughts on Grab have not changed since a year ago when it was at $4. And what I saw is a good business in Southeast Asia. Again, markets and countries where GDP is expected to grow much faster than in the US, some European countries. So I liked what I saw. I like the business model. I like the price. Again, just because it's trading at $4 or $5 doesn't mean that it is a $4 or $5 billion company. No, it's a $20 billion company. But I liked what I saw. I like the mix. It was very similar to what we've seen with other companies out there. But at the same time, Uber came down at $60. And turned out that Uber owns a chunk of Grab. And I was like, huh, interesting. Uber's at $60 or so, overreaction in my opinion. I buy Uber, I have Uber, and I also get the exposure to Grab. Easy decision to me, and that's why I went with Uber. Simple. And I don't regret it one bit. One bit. I'm still bullish on Grab. I just don't own the name. I still think that they're doing exactly what they should be doing. I just think, and this is something that I've said in other videos, I just think that people's expectations were not realistic. For the reason that I said before, just because it's a $5 stock doesn't mean that it is going to 10x tomorrow. It's a $20 billion company. Simple. Simple as that. All right. So yes, I am a Grab OG. Don't forget it. Okay, let's have a look at the names that are down the most. So we have, what do we have? Oh, wait, first of all, let me end the poll because some of you are cheating here. Don't cheat. So we have 57 of you, 57% say green, 23% say red, and 17 say flat for the day. All right. Sofi is down 7.5%. We are seeing some, let's say, some buying action, not a lot. Hood is down almost 2%, sitting on that 50-day moving average. Pagaya yesterday had a good day, actually, up 4%. Today is down 1.6%. Block still nowhere. Bull 1.2% down. Affirm is down 1%. Dave 0.6%. Shift 4 again could not go above that 50-day moving average. That is a struggle here. I did see that they also did a raise, a debt raise, no, or offering of some sort. I think I have to check that. I'll cover Shift 4 also in Sunday's episode. Klarna down 1.2, new 0.2, but still very close to all-time highs. American Express 0.1. PayPal is red, not surprised. I would be surprised if we are again green like yesterday. It's down 0.2. Sezzle is down 0.1, is also close to the 50-day moving average here. Let's see if that's going to be again rejected. We do need a big candle for it to go back above it. I know a lot of you do own it. MasterCard flat, Visa flat, Adyen flat. D-Local is up 0.2%, and Chime is now at the 100-day moving average, and it's up 0.6%. Moving on to the NeoClouds, Cypher is down 3.7%, Nebius is down 3.2%, so back under 100. Iron is down 3% here, White Fiber down 3.2%, Hut 2.5%, CoreWeave 1.2% up. That's the only green name here with the NeoClouds. As for chips, we do have greens across the board. NVIDIA is the only one that's basically red flattish. thought I saw another spider here. Micron up 2.2, Intel 2.4 after being down yesterday 7% actually. ASML is again close to that all-time highs, up 1%. Same for Lam Research, same for TSM, AMD 1.8, Broadcom up 2.2, Marvell up 2.6. So again here at the $101, and Nvidia is flat to red for now. As for big techs, we have Netflix. Market is reacting a bit more positive right now. We did see it open under $99. Now it's only down 1.7%. A lot of buying action here. I think people really realize how, valuable this deal will be. Again, it's a big acquisition. A lot of things can go wrong, especially when it comes to regulatory approval. Let's say it like that. And then we've got Apple down 0.2, Tesla up 0.3, same for Microsoft. Amazon is up 0.6, Google 1.5, Meta is up 0.8, and Oracle is up 1.2. And Oracle is going to report next Wednesday, same day as I assume as Adobe. I think so. I think Adobe is also, yeah. Adobe, whoa, happened here. Adobe is also up 2.4% right now. Big green candle leading into the earnings report. Rubrik at one point was up 25%. Okay. Still a good spot here. Still a good spot. Will I be adding more? Like I said, not for now. Not for now, but I do enjoy this move. I don't know how. And it's a big move after the stock was beaten down quite a lot. Probably a lot of people are taking profits right now, or maybe cutting less losses than before. It's possible. Sofi down. Okay, Sofi down 8.4%. Again, look for that maybe potential $26.30 or so as a potential rebound area. Oscar is down 0.4, but still around $17. United Health still around $330. Zeta is down 0.8 at $18.40 or so. What else do we have? Mercado Libre. Also a nice rebound, but maybe now stuck at the 50-day moving average. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Meta is doing some magic with TV news providers. I did see something. Let's see if I can find that. Caps lock. Meta. Okay, so Meta just secured a wave of AI data deals with major news publishers, including USA Today, People, CNN, and Fox News. Meta is clearly building a broader training pipeline, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. I don't know. Don't really watch the news that much. Especially not those. So, okay, fine. I think we're going to see a lot of those licensing deals for LLMs and things like that. The only thing I know about Oklo is that it has gone up quite a lot. It's still generating zero revenue and it's worth billions of dollars. That's the only thing I know. There's no reason to talk about a profitable outlook before they even generate any revenue. You didn't know about Rubrik and bought after my positive review 2 months ago. Well, you did the buying. I'm happy with... I'm happy you won or are winning for now. My take on Symbotic. Yeah, we did touch on Symbotic in a robotics video, I think a month or so ago. They had a good earnings report. Stock went up a lot, and then recently the stock went down because they did a $550 million stock offering, which was priced at $55. And so when your stock was at 87 before, it goes down. It goes down. Moise Kean, yeah, but again, are we really going to compare the Italian strikers of today to those of 15 years ago, 20 years ago? I mean, I still remember Italy France World Cup 2026 final. I mean, the whole World Cup was filled with legends. Ah, you sneaky one. You sneaky one. What color is PayPal showing? You know exactly what color PayPal is showing. Green. Green. You just wanted me to show this because you know that the usual rug pull follows after we look at PayPal go from red to green, which has been the case for the last couple of days. Um, but yeah, what happens with leads? We sucked. This is what happened. We literally we sucked. It's one of those games where you start watching and after a couple of minutes you're like, ugh, it's going to be that kind of game. We're never going to win it. And it's exactly what happens. Cole Palmer did have an opportunity to score 2-2. Okay, fine. It's his first game back since this September. And then we just gifted away a goal. I mean, I don't know what Gusto and Tosin were thinking there. I hate it when center backs are the players that have the most possession during a game. I hate it because it invites mistakes. Like, I don't want my center backs to be the two players with the most touches after 60 minutes. That tells me that we're under pressure and that a goal is coming, and poof, exactly the goal. The goal came. Um, Now, Tosin doesn't need to play. I mean, I don't. We got him for free, so fine. But you cannot play Reece James after Barca and Arsenal because then you're going to risk him. But we should have played with, I think, just Chaloba as center back with Badiashile. I'm not his biggest fan either, but fine. Or Hato from Ajax. Doesn't get enough chances, in my opinion. And then you play with natural left backs and right backs. I did not understand why we had to play Trev as right back, Tosin, Badiashile, and Kukurea. Like, play a real right back, or maybe just play three at the back and change your strategy. But and Fofana again, same thing with Reece James. Fofana, you cannot play him every single game because that guy gets injured more times than not. I'm pretty sure he's going to play this weekend. But Hato, I don't know why he doesn't get a chance. Like, this guy literally comes from captaining Ajax to barely playing at Chelsea. And when he plays, like, we don't really give him that much of a chance. But there are a lot of games to be played in the next couple of weeks, so I'm pretty sure everyone is going to get an opportunity, but still. Three at the back, yeah. I mean, if Levi Colwill was fit, I'm pretty sure that he would be playing, and we would have less issues. But yeah, I think he's still out for the remainder of the season. Now, yeah, but Kuku, if the guy also, I love him. He's insane, but you playing each and every game 90 minutes, the guy is going to be tired at one point. Netflix is getting a lot of buying action here. I don't know if it's because the market starts to realize that it's a good deal, or it's because the market thinks it's never going to be approved. Could be that as well. Um, do we have maybe some comments on that? Why is there already people with their community notes? They're sometimes so stupid. Like, there is an announcement by Netflix on X. Netflix announces the acquisition, and I already see, like, oh, a potential community note. Like, potential community note for what? Are you going to tell me that you know something more about the announcement than Netflix? Some people have literally too much time on their hands. But yeah, okay, let's see. Let's see. You have a podcast, you talk about Chelsea or you talk about the Premier League? Let's see who's down the most. SoFi is now down. Okay, so we're also getting a little bit here of a little bit of buying action for SoFi, which again I'm not surprised. Just people freaking out. Let's see what happens later today. Let's see what happens later today if we do not get included into the or get the announcement that we get included into the S&P. I don't know. We'll see. It's not in my thesis for now. It's just a question of when it happens, not if. Tick, tick, ting. Voila, that's that. You have a podcast on the Premier League. Well, if you're an ex, just send me a DM. The name is It's Called Soccer. Ugh. Maybe I will not come now. It's Called Soccer. That's the name of your podcast. It's a terrible name. It's Called Soccer Podcast. It's called football. Let's see. So yeah, maybe predictions on this weekend. Maybe let me turn that into a poll real quick. Nebius is down 4.5 today. Okay, so we are seeing also a little pullback here in the neo clouds after what have we been doing actually for the week. Yeah, for the week we are getting a red candle here, green candle for Nebius still. Okay, fine. Iron is a bit undecided, and CoreWeave is a big green candle for now. This is the weekly, by the way. SoFi is, of course, now getting that red candle for now. Robinhood is two greens in a row. Pagaya is still green for now. PayPal is also undecided. If we can flip to green, that would be great. That would be great. As for the rest, big tech, most of them are green. Netflix is getting green. Well, getting close to it at least for the day. The problem with SoFi is that Hood is the real one-stop shop. Not really, no. Not really. It does offer more than just a brokerage, but all in all, it's still viewed as you buy and you sell stocks on it. People say, oh, SoFi is a bank, should be trading at a... Well, SoFi owns a bank, yes. Robinhood does not. It offers now, I think, private banking services, I think I've seen. Maxime, why is Anthony Noto a joke exactly? Did he not perform well? Let's see, up. Let's do this. He keeps diluting share. Yeah, okay, but so what? If your EPS is going to be higher than before, why do you care? If they're diluting, but it's going to increase earnings per share, you shouldn't be angry about it. Because if it increases earnings per share and the multiple for the company, let's say the multiple stays the same, the stock is going to go up. And the stock has gone up. Despite them diluting shares, the stock has gone up. This is a fact because the business has become better. You accelerate revenue, you accelerate the top and the bottom line, stock will go up. If you dilute, but it's not having a positive impact on EPS, then of course, that is a problem. But this is not new. SoFi is up 500% over the past 3 years. Year to date, up 93.9%. Again, SoFi is where it is right now because of Noto and the team. People don't understand what SoFi had to go through from 2020 up until 2022 with the loan forgiveness and the high interest rates and all of that. That company could have been bankrupt, but it didn't. It's now stronger than before and more profitable than before. Maybe that's why Netflix is up a little bit. So the Trump administration's views Netflix and Warner Bros. Deal with heavy skepticism. Aha. Okay. Maybe that's why it's up a little bit. Could be. It's a nice green candle here, I gotta say. I got to say. Noto lied about no more dilution. Again, he never said he's not going to dilute anymore. These exact words have never been spoken. He did say that, yes, they are happy with the current balance sheet, capital structure, and all of that. Yes, true. But also, I don't think that you are allowed to say something on TV before you're going to make an offering, because then you're influencing the price. And again, I go back, even if, let's say, right, even if you don't like the fact that they say that they're happy with the current financial situation of the company, and then suddenly they do raise money, even if, who cares if this is going to accelerate revenue growth and EPS growth for the business, or they're going to acquire a company that will do that? Who cares? I certainly do not. They deserve the benefit of the doubt after everything that they've been doing over the past couple of years, which has been flawlessly executing the plan. Do I think Netflix is a good buy? I mean, I did put it in a video, I think last week or so. I think it's a very good quality company, yeah. At 100, just under 100, just over 100. But again, I don't know if the acquisition will go through or not, because it is a very big one, and we've seen what happens with very big acquisitions. Unless you're Microsoft and Activision, then for some reason that that is something else. Salesforce is up another 4%, and so is Adobe, 3.7%. These two really like to follow each other. I mean, if I zoom it in like this, it's it's almost the exact same thing. Salesforce, Adobe. Salesforce, Adobe. Almost the exact same thing. Of course, Salesforce did report this week. Adobe will report next week. But it does seem like both of these names like to follow each other for now. Uber is back above $90. Very nice. And we are back. We are back. Did some inferencing, did some Anthony Noto calling. We are back now. So, we have 3 minutes until the PCA report. I think that was the last thing I said here. Three minutes until the PCA report comes out. So that might impact, of course, the performance of the stocks right now. What's my goal with Rubrik? To make money. I guess that's the goal with every stock we own, no? To make money. If the acquisition does not go through for Netflix, is that bullish or bearish? Well, again, I come from a standpoint that the acquisition is bullish. If it does not go through, Netflix will pay a penalty that's probably worth a couple of billions of dollars that they'll take a hit from, which is not great. And then what happens? Is someone else going to be allowed to buy Warner Bros? I don't think that's that. I view this move as bullish, so if it doesn't go through, it's not great. That's it. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I mean, I guess it, and I guess that's why people watch the live stream or the videos. But yes, I don't understand why people panic when a stock is up 200% year to date and then drops 3% in a day, and suddenly it's the end of the world. It's true that not everyone is up 200%, etc., but fine. If you bought it because it's up 200%, then it's on you. If you bought it because you still like the business, then you shouldn't panic because it's down 3%. If the goal is to make money, why PayPal? Because I do still think at the moment, based on the information that I have and the facts of the business, that I will make a lot of money with PayPal. It just takes more time than previously expected. If that was not the case, then of course I would not have PayPal in my portfolio. I'd be a big idiot to buy PayPal if I don't believe that I will make some money with it. SoFi price target by the end of next year? Probably I would say 40. If you want a price target, 40. That's the one. Why would I sell Nebius to buy Netflix? Like, you ask a question, I ask you the question again. Why would I sell Nebius for Netflix? Is my question to you. I think Nebius is going to be $100 billion company in the future. So why would I sell it? I like Netflix. I agree. I like Netflix, and I should have bought it in 2022 when I was extremely bullish on it. But I didn't because back in 2022, I guess I was still a young idiot. But yeah. If I had a lot of money available and I didn't have a portfolio already packed with companies, then probably Netflix would be in that portfolio. Then again, maybe Adobe would be, or maybe Salesforce, or maybe some other company that I don't own. Okay, apparently the data is out, so let's see. If the data is out, we should be getting that information. Come on. I mean, Stock Goat will probably tell you that his price target is 45 tomorrow, or 75 or 100, and the short squeeze is coming in soon with proof. Don't forget the extra proof. But yeah, 40 end of next year. I think 40 is maybe feasible. So we do have University of Michigan preliminary December consumer sentiment number that rises to 53.3. The estimated one was 52. Honestly, couldn't care less about that thing because as we've seen in the past, it is a little bit politically motivated, I would say. We need to get the PC report, no? Or am I crazy? Okay, so we do have PCE report. Let's take this one right here because this guy does seem to be. What is this? Fight Club Brad Pitt, no? This is Fight Club Brad Pitt? Yeah, I think it's Fight Club Brad Pitt. So PC September, 0.3 month over month, expected 0.3. And the year over year is 2.8, so in line. Core PCE is point, so everything's in line basically. Okay. If everything's in line, which that means that it's not worse than expected. It's not the end of the day. The end of the day. It's at the end of the world. So okay, we'll take in line. We'll take in line, especially going into the next week's FOMC meeting. I'll take in line every day of the week. Okay, on the poll, a lot of you are either trying to make me very happy by saying that Max wins the championship on Sunday. 40% of you think it's Max, 32% Norris, and 29, now 28, well, it fluctuates, Oscar. Either I have a lot of Max fans in my chat, or you are trying to make me very, very hopeful for Sunday, although I don't think that poll will really influence any of the results, but it will influence my mental state. Okay, so you are Dutch, so you have to choose Max. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll blow your mind by saying that Max Verstappen was born in Belgium. And yeah, his mom is Belgian, so he's half-half. He's half-half, but he was born in Belgium, so he is technically a Belgian, but he flies with the Dutch flag. So Oscar Held winning F1. Piastri was done wrong. I 101% agree with you. Piastri should have won already. McLaren should have won, either Norris or Piastri. But yeah, his dad is Dutch, but his mom is Belgian, and he's born in Belgium, so that's 2-1. Okay, let's have a look at some stocks before I have to go. Rubrik is up 23%. Let's go, ladies and gents. Intel is up 5.3. Okay, this thing really fluctuates like a meme stock these days. Micron is up 4%. They will report in 2 weeks' time. Yes. Adobe is up 4%. Salesforce around the same. Reddit up 2.8. AMD 2.7. Duolingo 2.5. Marvell 2.3. HIMS 2%, so back at $40 right now. AST back above 70. Whoever bought it here in the low 50s, congratulations. Novo still around 48. Palantir 180. CoreWeave is up 1.5 now. Whoa. PayPal is up 1.3%. Okay. Maybe they are buying back a ton of shares today and yesterday. Who knows? Maybe. I mean, if they like want to give me a end of the year gift, forget the interview. Don't need the interview. Just press release. We are accelerating the buyback because we believe our shares are undervalued. It's good enough. And then they don't even have to come on the channel. But okay, touch wood, it stays like this. Maybe it goes even higher. Google up 1.3, Sezzle up 1.4. Uber 1.1, dLocal 1.2, Shift4 up 1.3. I mean, seems like the market really likes it this week. Ooh, Meta is at 666. Oh, scary stuff. Scary stuff. Mercado Libre, $2,154. And then Amazon and Shop are basically flat. Who's red? Of course, Sofi is red a little bit now, not a little bit, 6.8%. Nebius down 3.6, Hood 3, Iron 2%, same with Applied Digital. Pagaya is down 1.2. Rocket Lab yesterday had a very, very, big spike here. My problem with Rocket Lab is that it moves in line with the other with meme stocks and bullshit companies. I don't like that. Oscar is down 0.2. Okay, fine. All in all, a pretty good day, I would say. All in all, is a pretty good day. They need the dilution to grow. No, they don't need the dilution to grow because based on the current state of SoFi, they can grow. They can grow, they can continue to do whatever they want. They are doing it because they see opportunities to grow faster. Or maybe accelerate. Maybe accelerate through an acquisition. It's possible. It's possible. All right, I'll close the poll. We have here lots of fans of Max Verstappen. Unfortunately, let's not put our hopes up that much. I do think that they had free practice already, so let's check on that real quick. For those that are new on the stream here, we do everything. We talk about stocks, we talk about sports, we talk about movies, diving, traveling, you name it. We do everything here. So we had free practice 2. Norris was the fastest, then Max, then George Russell. George Russell is that literally random driver that if you don't watch the race, suddenly is on the podium, you don't know how. That's George Russell for you. In free practice 1, Norris was also fastest, quickest, Max number 2, Charles Leclerc number 3. So it seems like Max is constantly number 2 for now in free practice. It's nice, but we don't really care about free practice that much. Let's see the schedule. So we have a free practice tomorrow morning, and qualifying in the afternoon tomorrow. So qualifying tomorrow afternoon, and then the race on Sunday for those that are interested in that. All right. With that said, I think we can go touch some grass. Yeah, I think we can go touch some grass and enjoy our lives outside of screens and stocks for a bit, because it looks like a pretty good day all in all. I think the week here is not yet fully updated, because I do think it's looking better than this. But yeah, it's good day. And maybe, okay, SoFi investors might not be happy, blah, 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 about dilution or the stock's reaction. But again, if a week from now, 2 weeks from now, the stock is above $30 again, I am pretty certain that people will not be pissed anymore. It's the same that has happened back in July, right? Back in July, they priced it at $20 or so. People were unhappy, and then it didn't really take that much time until we were back at $25, and people, poof, forget about it. So yeah, that's about it. I did just make that SoFi video public, so if you're interested, you can go watch that video, and if not, it's a shorter one, it's 12 minutes, and if not, well, then we shall see each other in the next one. Rubrik, Shift4 updates, and all of that will probably be included in Sunday's portfolio update. Hopefully Hopefully, I'll be happy because it will be after the Premier League and the F1. So, um, yeah, we shall see each other. We shall see each other back Sunday. Maybe tomorrow there might be a surprise episode. Who knows? But anyways, thank you all for joining. Really appreciate that. And we shall see each other in the next one. Have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend as well.